This is Business Rockstars, where we introduce you to the rock stars of the business world so you can become a rock star too.
So if you are in a bootstrap mode, which a lot of us are, how do you make sure you get your name, your brand, your positioning out to the masses? Let's figure that out. I'm Ken Rutkowski. It's Business Rockstars. Remember, a little later on, we're going to launch a business with your help. We started the concept, and that is a self-contained motorcycle. Yeah, it's protected on all sides. It means the elements can't affect you in any way. The name is the Force Field. Today, we have to come up with the tagline. The best answer is going to get a, how about this? You'll get a $25 gift certificate to Veggie Grill, plus you're going to get Shorten the Gap, the book that we just mentioned. So put your thinking caps on. You're going to call in 855-ROCKSTAR. So Ben Cooke's joining us. He is the president of Lucid Public Relations. Is it just PR?
Just PR, yeah.
Do you say PR or do you say public relations?
PR, public relations, whatever.
I know it's the same, but which one do you use?
We use both. Social media, we shorten it. Language is always getting shorter.
It is.
PR, what is PR? It's public relations.
You're just going to be emoticon soon. Just a little like smiley face with a P on the forehead.
Just a hieroglyphic like on the side of a pyramid or something.
Ben, your job is to make sure stories about businesses get out to the masses.
That is correct.
That's not an easy thing to do. Maybe
not
for you
always.
Maybe for you it is.
Well, you do it long enough, it's kind of, you race to...
Right. You understand how to do it.
The speed to cool, as you like to call it.
I like to call it speed to cool. What I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to you because you have a lot of great customers. Actually, we have become one of your customers, your clients, because we love what you've done for the people that you've brought here on the show.
Yes.
Because we meet a lot of amazing businesses because you've brought them on here.
And thank you for having them on.
Oh,
it's been a great place
but they're good stories. We don't just have them on because, we have to fill time. We have them on because they're good stories.
And that's the key.
It is the key. But what I want you to do is I want you to think differently for a second. Because most of these people you bring on, they have budgets. Mm-hmm. And they earmark so much in their budget to spend to get that recognition, that visibility. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that are listening right now that are in bootstrap mode, eating ramen noodle soup. And they know they have a great story. They have a company that should be recognized, but they just don't know how to get out there.
Right.
I would love to get some ideas from you to educate them on how they can be seen. So a USA Today or a Wall Street Journal, somebody like that could pick it up and write a story about them.
Right.
So can we talk about some bootstrap ways to get recognized?
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of great free resources out there. Free. Everybody loves free, right?
Yeah, free. It's me. So what do you got?
So the number one thing, and this is something that my company uses every single day. We call it reactive media. But what you're going to want to do is go out there to a website called helpareporterout.com.
No. Are you serious? That's the name?
That's the name of it.
Oh, I got to go to this. Help.
HARO for short, if we're talking about short things.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
The website sends out 3 emails to you every single day. Probably anywhere from 30 to 50 queries from the media looking for experts, products, services, and it's an amazing free way. I mean, every day, check it and respond to this.
And you use
We use it, yeah.
So it's helpareporter.com. Sources, reporters, success stories, sign up and rules. Get on the site, and a lot of the big agencies around here, from Fox to Dow Jones to AP, ABC News, they're all on here. So news agencies that use this are the big names.
Yeah, producers from daytime talk shows to editors at Wall Street Journal.
This is a great thing. Now, is there a way to abuse this site where someone might overuse it or can get old because they're constantly posting? Would you set up maybe a code of conduct on how to use this site properly?
Well, the posting comes from the journalist.
Okay.
So, but what you're going to want to do as
so the journalists are the ones that are posting, and you then grab that story and reach out to them.
Yes.
And it's not you.
But the journalist's number one complaint is people just pitching their whatever it is, their company, their service, their product, to things that don't make any sense to what they're looking for.
So really make it relevant.
Exactly. Relevancy is a key, very key thing.
Ben Cooke is joining us from Lucid PR. We're going through ways, if you're in bootstrap mode, how to get your brand recognized. What's another one? I like this one a lot. Good call. Never even heard of it.
That's the biggest one for sure. Another thing you're going to want to do is set up a Google News alert.
Okay.
For the space your company is in. And
what's that do for you?
That's going to help you identify the trends of what is in the news, relevant to your sector, whatever it might be.
So if you're like a mobile app all around food, make sure you do something around Android, Apple, so you get those alerts, and then anything around food in a certain area.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay,
yeah.
that's an app.
And that's going to do two things. It's going to tell you the trends and what people are looking for and what they're talking about. And it's also going to tell you who's talking about it. Whatever website, if it's like a Yahoo Shine or maybe it's a USA Today or whatever, it's going to give you those writers, those journalists looking for those types of stories.
That makes sense. When I was young, we didn't have services. Now it's like, well, when I was young, we didn't have salt. No, what we
Salt's
use,
pretty
we're cool. Yeah, it was horrible. We use clipping services.
Yeah.
Instead of Google Alerts, because you would actually hire someone to clip all the publications that are out there, and then they would send it to you. It would take a couple of days. This is immediate.
As it happens.
It is. Once something goes out, you automatically get an alert right inside your email box.
Yes.
Very valuable, and it doesn't cost anything.
Internet connection.
I know, but you know what I mean? This is on the cheap again, on the free. Ben, I appreciate this one. What's another suggestion you have?
So relevant to those things so that you're doing the right things once you're responding, whether it's to help a reporter out or a Google alert, the number one thing I see small businesses making mistakes around is not seeing from their audience perspective.
Oh, this is important.
Like I have this amazing widget, and the widget is awesome by itself, and they should just do a front page story on the New York Times about it. No. What you need to think about is how are you impacting people's lives? How are you changing people's lives? Who's your audience, your customer, your client?
Okay.
And how are they using that?
Yeah, this is the problem. The problem is most of us are so close to whatever we're working on, it's hard to understand where the relevance is on the pain we're fixing or the pleasure we're granting. So what it is they need someone like you to help out with what's called copy. Right, the verbiage.
Right.
And it's tough most of the times because we're, like I said, too close to what we're developing. So is there a suggestion you have to where someone might be able to submit their idea to where it could get fixed up a little, where copy could be written? Is there anything else out there that does this, a third party?
There are a few news release sites that will help you with that. They cost a little bit of money.
What's a little bit of money?
Well, if you want to do like a press release, say like on a wire service,
okay.
A company like mine typically costs thousands of dollars.
Well, let's
a
make
month
sure we
retainer.
understand. Your company is
Lucid Public Relations.
And how can people find out about you?
LucidPublicRelations.com.
And you are
Ben Cooke.
And you are
founder of.
That's what I want to make sure we got through all of that. Good job. So
Thank
if
you.
somebody would hire you, and again, I'm on this premise that a professional is expensive and amateur is a fortune. Understand what I'm saying? Because most of us try to do a lot of this on our own, and we really mess up.
Right.
So eventually, we've already spent a lot of time, and we have to go hire a professional. I always believe hire the pro right away. Even though it might cost more, it gets done right away. Okay?
Correct.
Just, again, but certain people that are in bootstrap mode,
yeah,
they understand that, hey, I can't afford the $5,000 to $10,000 a month yet.
Right.
Later on, I will. So is there a way to get like a few minutes with you guys as opposed to hiring for a whole month?
Well, typically I will have conversations with any client, even if they decide not to go with us or they find out we're too pricey. We'll sit there and have a very candid conversation about the company and how we see it working with the media.
I need to help you out, by the way. Don't use the word too pricey. Out of their budget.
Out of their budget.
Okay, don't use too pricey because you just basically said
I need coaching.
You need some coaching on this one. And if all of this happens real time, I mean, if somebody sets up a meeting, you could say, hey, that is a cool product or service. We'd love to work with you when your budget will allow us to work together.
Right, and sometimes we'll help them get there.
Ooh, really?
Right.
Focusing in the Los Angeles area, or are you looking everywhere?
Well, we are located in L.A., but we've done stuff globally. So we've been on the Australia's equivalent of Today.
Okay.
And
wow, what's that called? Yesterday or
what
tomorrow?
Is that
it's
show?
called Tomorrow.
Sunrise Australia.
Wouldn't it be called Tomorrow? Because it is tomorrow, not our today. Forget it.
It's all depends
Ben.
on your perspective, Ken.
No, it's just that
if you're there, then it's today.
Valid point. People want to find out more. Where do they go?
LucidPublicRelations.com.
So we're going to bring Mark in, make Ben stay here. Guys, what we're going to do is we have to come up with a company. We started the idea. It's a motorcycle that's totally covered. The name is The Force Field. Today we have to come up with tagline. Listeners, what do you think the name or the tagline should be? 855 Rockstar thinks Maxwell House, good to the last drop. Think Apple, Apple is think different. What is the Force Field's tagline? 855 Rockstar, 855-762-5782. Give us a call. Ken Rutkowski, it's Business Rockstars.